Good morning, everyone. We are here again on the Science of Mind Club Sunday class where we are going to discuss something new, something amazing, and something surprising with you. So, starting with the very first theme of the word for the day, surprise. We only like surprises that we like. The ones we don't like, we call them problems. So, this particular class that we have today is about uncovering that what are the problems and how we can get rid of them. So there is a state, a meditative state in which we kind of go inside and we think of ourselves. This is called a trance. So trance is about learning how do we go into trance, which means it is all about self-reflection. At times we get into these deep states of thoughtful contemplation where we are thinking about ourselves, thinking about our life, or even thinking about how we can make things better. Sometimes we make decisions in this kind of a state which work for us. Sometimes we make some decisions which do not work for us. But it is important that we understand that how do we get into this trance of empowerment. So brain likes what is similar and it learns from what is different. So this is how our brains are wired ever since we are a child who is learning new things, or we are in adults who are learning from the life experience. Our brain likes familiarity, but then what it learns is from novelty. It learns from new things, what is different. So that's how it is. And this one is about perspective of reality, the way how we look at things. Reality, it is a construction. How it is getting constructed, as in the last few classes that we have discussed, that it is about space, time, matter, and energy, and it is about the way how we decide a meaning for it. So, how meaningfully we interact with our space, time, matter, and energy. Yeah, because we are the ones who can choose our reality and choose our experience. I really like this one by Kathy, where she has got a beautiful sketch that lets us know that what is the process of learning, what is the process of unlearning and relearning. So it is definitely about learning, unlearning, and relearning. If we have a negative belief, a negative limitation that stops us, or a habit, or a fear, or even for that matter, phobia, it is about relearning the way how we see that experience. It is about unlearning things that don't work for us and learning new ways of doing things. So, this is what we are going to focus in today's class. Welcome again to the Science of Mind Club. This club is all about positivity. It's a simple vision to help people make the most out of themselves as leaders, as coaches, and create more coaches. Every Sunday, we catch up for some 30 to 40 minutes. We also put up a video on YouTube so that people who have missed the class, they can go through it. And there's a Udemy course that I have put together. People who have subscribed to that course, who have done that course, they're all over the world. So at your comfort, your time zone, you can watch this. The concepts that we are going to focus on will specifically be on psychology, the positive psychology, neurolinguistic programming, and mindfulness. This is a pro bono initiative. I do not charge anything for this. Even these are completely my views, my current or future or past organizations, any of them. They don't have anything to do with it. It is completely a pro bono initiative. And that's right, it's all about positivity and sharing positivity. So if you're still curious, there is a Google Sites page that we have put together. If you're still curious that do these things work, the techniques that we talk about, do they work? You just apply it, you see for yourself and see how transformative it can be. And feel free to share this knowledge, feel free to share these ideas. Visit the website for more information and always stay curious. Taking time out on a Sunday to watch this video or to go through such a club can be a little bit, demanding on some people's part, but then it is the curiosity that keeps us going. I read somewhere a very, very nice quote that says that awe is something that keeps us going. Yeah, so be curious, stay curious is what we want. Now, talking about today's concept, which is a NLP technique, as I promised, that I'll share today, which is about rewinding fears, rewiring our mind. As you can see from this picture, that there are changes which we take in life which are very good, like a caterpillar becoming a butterfly. But this whole process of caterpillar becoming a butterfly is a very, very transformative process. Let me share a bit about the story of a caterpillar. Yeah. So initially, the journey of the caterpillar, it started as an egg. So these eggs were there on this leaf, and slowly and gradually the eggs hatched, and out came the caterpillar. So the caterpillar started to eat a lot of leaves, a lot of things around, and started to gain weight, because caterpillar is about to get into a state which some of us know is the next state in the evolution of the caterpillar, which is called a pupa. Now, something unique is happening in this pupa. I don't know, friends, if you know this or not, but if you look at a pupa, when caterpillar gets into this pupa, gets into this cocoon of some kind, it absolutely changes its form. Some people say that even it changes to some sort of a liquid state where, it's no longer a caterpillar, nothing, it's just a liquid right there. And sometimes these pupas, they are very, very radiant in color. They look like a silver colored or golden colored. And in that state, the caterpillar can become anything. The caterpillar can choose to be anything. So this is the state where I'll call it the trance of empowerment. Wherever we look inside, there are meanings that we attach to our life experiences. There are experiences that kind of bring us out of the reality, and we are just with ourselves, thinking about our life, looking at our life. In those experiences, in those states, the meaning that we decide for ourselves, the decisions that we make, the choices that we make, they shape our life. So, this whole new idea is about a new perspective for our limitations, fear, and phobia. The major topic for today is definitely how do we look at limitations, how do we look at fears and phobias from a new lens, from a new perspective. And this is where what really, really matters is the frame with which we are looking at it. Sometimes you are completely absorbed in the activity, absorbed in that state. If we are completely absorbed in a fear or even a thought of a fear, it becomes a phobia. It can become a panic reaction. But then, if we are looking at it from a different frame, which is from outsider looking at it, then we have a very different feeling in our body about it. Yeah. So let's try something about removing and rewinding the fears. So we can start with a very simple exercise. This is called the NLP Fast Phobia Cure. So I'll give you how do we use this NLP Fast Phobia Cure. I'll give you the steps. So just think of fear, or so we'll not go with the phobia, but a fear that you feel stops you in your life, and you just rate it on a scale of 0 to 10. 0 being that it's not at all a fear, 10 being it's a fear that absolutely petrifies you. So you look on that scale, that where that particular fear is. Now you imagine that you're going into a theater, and in this theater experience, you imagine that you are going to watch something really, really interesting as a guest in that theater. Okay, so you go there and you float into it. You float into this experience. You feel that you're part of this, and whenever you're ready, you go there in that theater and you sit comfortably. It is a safe place. It is comfortable. Now, in this space, you imagine that on the screen there is a movie that is getting played, and you're about to watch this movie. Okay, but before you do that, now there is a part of you which can come out of your body, which can float out of your body, and you can look at yourself looking at this screen, looking at this theater experience. And slowly and gradually, you walk into the place behind where there is this projector room. Now, when you go into the projector room, you find that on the projector, there is this film that is about to be projected. And this film is the starting of that fear, that phobia, or anything that has got to do with it. So take a moment and reach there. And as you think about that, what you will realize is that you are getting three different frames to look at the same feeling, the same incident. First is that you're looking at yourself sitting in the cinema seat. Second is you are in the projector looking at yourself sitting at the cinema seat, and something that is going to come up on the cinema screen is also the start of the fear, the first instance which is there. Now, in a moment, I'm going to make a sound like swoosh, and in that sound, you press that button and you let that movie play, and you make sure that all the colors with that swish sound are coming out of that movie and it is becoming black and white. Yeah. So whenever you're comfortable, you're ready. I'll say the word swoosh, and you press that button, and now the movie plays, but the colors are going out of it. It is becoming like a black and white movie. Now we just stop it and reflect on it. It is a safe place to be in. There are no colors. Now we play this movie back again, but here what is happening is the movie will go back like it is rewinding, and it goes rewinding to the very first shot where you are okay. And this is where all the colors of the movie are going out. But the moment it reaches the state before the fear starts, all the colors will get back into that state, which is a state of happiness for you. Okay, so ready to rewind that movie? All right, you press the button now, swoosh, and we go back. We go back in the frame, go back. All the frame is getting gray, and now the moment it reaches the beginning of the movie, yeah, here it is where all the colors are gone. But the moment it reaches a state where a point where it is absolutely no phobia, no fear in this, it becomes back in the color. Now, when we look at this, you know, what we are getting is two feedbacks actually. One is that when you are at the projection booth looking at you, looking at the screen, just notice that how the experiences change for the person at the seat. Just by simple things like rewinding it or looking at on the projection screen or the movie screen, the experience is very, very different. That's point number one. Point number two is the moment we attach a sound and we have an option of rewinding it with a swoosh sound and the colors going out, it is changing our feelings associated with this entire experience. Yeah. So how do we change our patterns? We change our patterns by reflecting on it. Now, whenever you are ready, you jump from the projection booth and you get into with all these learnings to the seat where this person is sitting, where you are sitting. Now, when you go there, you get inside your body as the observer with all these new learnings. Now we'll do something different. We'll look at the screen, and when we look at the sphere with all these learnings, this is the time for you to empower the person on the screen. So you are going to walk into this screen, and now you're going to step inside this, but with lot of confidence, lot of courage, and these new learnings, the way how you have unlearned and relearned about your own fears. So whenever you're ready, you take that first bold step, go into the picture, and you integrate back with this incident, with this newer you, which has in the same situation got some new feelings, new thoughts, and new beliefs, where you can lead with a lot of courage. And friends, that is where when the caterpillar in that stage of a pupa decides with a thought that it has to transform itself, it becomes a butterfly. And this butterfly then slowly and gradually opens this pupa and spreads its wings and takes a takes a flight of the butterfly where it is spreading that beauty, that happiness all around it. So change is good, but make sure that we keep that change with us. You keep the change that you have found for yourself. You keep these learnings that you have found for yourself. So this is our journey ahead. I am happy to answer if there are any questions, and feel free to share this with others. Feel free to take care of those who are around you, your parents, your loved ones, your friends, and keep learning because this process of learning is fun. Yeah, so that is what I wanted to share with you. I'll take a pause here. If at all you have any questions, you can ask now, or you can use our WhatsApp channel, or you can even write an email to me. That's absolutely fine. I'm happy to kind of run these NLP patterns for people who are interested, and that's absolutely at a pro bono basis. There's no charge to it. If at all this knowledge can help you solve your problem, I'll be more than happy to kind of volunteer. I'll be more than happy to spend some one-on-one time with you, whenever you have time, whenever I have time, so that it can help you. Usually the way in which I used to do these counseling sessions, the psychotherapy sessions, or the NLP sessions is that, we connect for minimum of 3 to maximum of 6 times, and the session will be somewhere close to 30 to 45 minutes to an hour, and we discuss about the problem, and then I give you certain tools so that you can solve your problems yourself. And finally, when by the third session or fourth or fifth session we realize that you have clearly thought about the way how you are able to solve it and you are in a confident space, that is when we disengage and you are ready to face the problem, or you're ready to solve that problem by yourself. So this is how, in a very very coaching style of working, I kind of counsel people. We make sure that we are sharing these tools with you, and these are very very scientific, well proven tools. In my past, I have done a lot of work with the NGOs. I've done work with individuals who are facing problems like depression, who are, various other problems. And you feel free if you need any help. You just need to raise your hand, and I'll be more than happy to connect with you and help you out. And this is my invitation to all of us who are listening to this class, to this recording, that if at all you feel that you need somebody to talk to, I'm always there as a friend and a coach with you. Yeah. So I don't see any questions on the chat window. I don't see any questions here. So thank you so much for your time. And I wish you all the very best, friends, for your journey of learning ahead. Thank you, and you have a nice day.